Chosen one, what if I told you that you're closer than you think to the final stage of your spiritual awakening? Strange things have been happening around you, haven't they? Perhaps you've noticed patterns in events that feel too deliberate to be coincidence, or shifts in your emotions that leave you wondering what's coming next. That's because your awakening is nearing completion, and the signs are all around you. This isn't just another phase. It's the culmination of everything you've experienced so far. Your reality is shifting, your energy is changing, and the spiritual realm is opening up in ways you've never felt before. It can be overwhelming, even disorienting, but it's also a confirmation that you're stepping into something greater than yourself. In this video, we'll uncover the strangest signs that indicate you're at the final stage of your awakening. We'll explore how your energy is evolving, what happens when the transformation is complete, and how to fully embrace your new reality. If you resonate with this, comment 77 below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Also, if you're finding value in this content, click the super thanks button to support. Stay with me until the end, because what comes next will reshape the way you see your journey. The hidden phases of spiritual awakening. There's a point in every spiritual awakening when the initial spark of curiosity evolves into something much deeper. You begin to sense that your life, which once felt so ordinary, is now charged with meaning. Chosen one, this isn't just your imagination. It's the first step in a transformative journey. In these early moments, you might find yourself questioning long-held beliefs or experiencing an undeniable pull towards something greater. At first, these feelings can seem fleeting, almost like a whisper. But over time, that whisper becomes a call, a steady and unmistakable force urging you forward. As you sit with these feelings, you realize you're not alone. Many have walked this path before, and their stories echo your own. You're standing at the threshold of profound change, and even though it feels daunting, it's also exhilarating. This is where the first challenges arise. Spiritual awakening often comes with a sense of disorientation. The life you once knew, the people you surrounded yourself with, and the values you held close may no longer resonate. You start to notice cracks in the foundation of your old life, and it can be unsettling. Relationships might shift. Certain conversations may feel draining. Even the things you once found comfort in, rituals, habits, or entertainment, can suddenly seem hollow. This phase isn't about losing your identity. It's about shedding the parts of it that no longer serve you. It's a discomfort of growth, like outgrowing old shoes that no longer fit. The weight of this realization can be heavy, as you're faced with a choice to either retreat into familiar or step boldly into the unknown. If you've ever found yourself in this moment, you know just how much courage it takes to keep going. But the struggles of this phase are not without purpose. The shedding of the old, as difficult as it feels, is a necessary preparation for what comes next. In John 15, verse 2, Jesus speaks of the vine, saying that every branch that bears fruit is pruned so that it may produce even more fruit. This pruning, this removal of what no longer serves, paves the way for greater growth. It's a period of refinement where you're not being punished but prepared. The false narratives you believed about yourself fall away. The relationships that once drained you fade, making space for new, life-giving connections. This isn't a time to mourn what's leaving, but to embrace what's coming. The very challenges that feel so personal are, in fact, an integral part of your transformation. As you continue through these phases, you begin to notice subtle yet profound changes. Your perspective shifts, and you start to see patterns where before there was only chaos. You might feel more attuned to your intuition, those gut feelings or quiet nudges that guide you toward the right path. Synchronistic events become more frequent, and you recognize them as signs rather than coincidences. These are the breakthroughs that show you that transformation is well underway. Picture a caterpillar in its chrysalis. From the outside, it may seem still, but inside, an incredible change is taking place. The same is true for you. While the world may not yet see what's happening within you, you can feel it. This is divine timing at work, where the old gives way to the new, and you are brought into alignment with your true purpose. You begin to see that nothing has been wasted, not the pain, not the confusion, not the moments you thought you were lost. Each experience has brought you to this point. The divine plan, once hidden, starts to reveal itself. You notice synchronicities, a conversation that answers a question you've been silently asking, or an unexpected opportunity that feels like it was placed there just for you. These are not random. They're signs of higher alignment. It's as though an unseen hand is arranging the pieces of your life, creating a masterpiece from what once felt like scattered fragments. And in this realization, you find peace. You understand that every step you've taken, no matter how difficult, has been a part of this journey towards something greater. Yet even as the path becomes clearer, the decision to fully embrace it can be challenging. Some hesitate, fearing what might happen if they truly let go of their old identity. It's natural to feel unsure about stepping into the unknown. But true alignment requires more than recognizing the signs. It demands that you act on them. This is the moment where you must decide. Will you cling to the comfort of what you know, or will you step boldly into your new reality? It's a sacred choice, one that carries great power. The universe has given you everything you need, but you must take that first step. As you do, you'll find that the fear begins to fade, replaced by a profound sense of purpose and strength. Now that you see the patterns, the signs, and the divine timing at work, it's time to step forward. You've been prepared, refined, and guided to this point. Release the doubt, trust in the process. Embrace your calling with confidence. This is your moment to shine brighter than ever before. As you move forward, you'll not only transform yourself, but inspire those around you to begin their own journey. Comment phases if you resonate with this unfolding path. And remember, your spiritual awakening is not just a personal evolution. It's a gift to the world. Strange signs that indicate you are near the end. You may have started noticing subtle, inexplicable shifts in your daily life. Perhaps you wake up at unusual times with a strong sense of urgency or clarity. You might feel drawn to spend time alone, as if your spirit craves space to reflect and recharge. Strange coincidences catch your attention, numbers repeating everywhere you look, conversations that answer questions you haven't spoken aloud, or moments that feel as though the universe is nudging you in a certain direction. At first, it might feel unsettling, but these experiences are not random. They're signs that you are moving into the final stages of your spiritual awakening. They're like road markers on a journey, signaling that the landscape is about to change drastically. And as you pay closer attention, you begin to sense that these changes are happening for a reason. This process can feel deeply personal and emotional. One day you might feel on top of the world, as though you finally understand your purpose. The next, you might feel completely drained or question everything you've learned. It's a roller coaster of emotions, a push and pull between who you were and who you are becoming. Some relationships might feel strained as those around you notice something different about you. Old friends may drift away, and new connections may appear out of nowhere, seemingly guided by a force beyond your control. This is not a sign of failure or loss. It's a natural part of the transformation. The people and situations that no longer resonate with your new frequency fall away, making room for the ones that align with the person you're becoming. These changes, while challenging, mark a deep shift in your spiritual journey. In the Bible, we see stories of individuals who experienced strange signs before stepping into their purpose. Consider Samuel, the young prophet, who repeatedly heard God calling him during the night. At first, he didn't understand what was happening. He thought it was merely his imagination, but after hearing the voice again and again, he realized it was a divine call. This moment of clarity set Samuel on a path that would change his life and the lives of those he guided. Just as Samuel's repeated experiences prepared him for his calling, your strange signs, no matter how puzzling, are preparing you for something significant. They're not here to frighten you, but to awaken you to the fact that you're on the verge of a profound shift. These signs serve as reminders that you are not alone in this process. As these experiences continue, you might notice your intuition becoming sharper. You find yourself knowing things before they happen, or sensing the emotional energy of a room the moment you walk in. Dreams may carry deeper meaning. They aren't just fleeting images anymore. They're full of vivid symbols, clear messages, or recurring themes that point you toward understanding your purpose. You might feel an inner prompting to change certain aspects of your life, your habits, your environment, or even the way you think about your goals. It can feel as though a puzzle is coming together piece by piece, and while you don't yet see the full picture, you know you're close. These signs act as confirmations, gently encouraging you to trust the process and continue moving forward. Over time, these strange occurrences stop feeling strange and start feeling normal. What once made you question reality now makes you feel aligned. You start to recognize these signs as a kind of divine language. They are how the universe communicates with you, letting you know that you're on the right track. The more you acknowledge and embrace these signs, the more they seem to appear. They become a source of comfort, a reminder that you're exactly where you need to be. And as you step further into this awareness, you begin to notice synchronicities, moments where things line up so perfectly that you can't help but believe there's a greater plan unfolding. This is the moment when you realize that these signs aren't happening to you. They're happening for you. They're not random disruptions, but purposeful signals. They're the universe's way of saying, "You're ready, keep going." The once confusing shifts in your energy and perception now serve as clear indicators that you're nearing the end of a long and challenging transformation. The old version of you, the one that felt small and uncertain, is being replaced by someone who understands their own power. You begin to trust that the signs appearing in your life aren't a coincidence, but a confirmation that you're almost there. Comment signs. If you've noticed these shifts in your own life, your spiritual awakening is reaching its final stage. And the most important step is to accept these signs as proof that you're ready to move into the next chapter. Why your energy is changing rapidly. Your energy feels different lately, doesn't it? It's as if the world around you hasn't changed, but you're seeing it with new eyes. This isn't your imagination. This is your spirit adjusting to a higher frequency. The familiar patterns in your life are starting to feel out of place, and the things that once brought you comfort might seem less significant now. These shifts can be both exciting and overwhelming. It's normal to feel unsure, even uneasy at times. But as you're reading this, know that you're not alone. Many chosen ones go through this phase as their spiritual awakening accelerates. You're not imagining it, and it's not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that everything is changing, and it's changing for the better. This rapid shift in energy can feel like a roller coaster. Some days, you wake up with an intense drive and clarity that you've never known before. Other days, you might feel completely drained, unable to muster the energy for even simple tasks. This fluctuation is a natural part of the transformation. Your spirit is recalibrating, aligning itself with the truth of who you are. During this time, you may find yourself more sensitive to the emotions of others, more aware of hidden energies, and even more in tune with the deeper meanings behind events. It can be unsettling at first, like stepping into a new world where the rules you once followed no longer apply. But these feelings, however intense, are all part of the process of stepping into your full power. In Acts 2, we read about Pentecost, where the apostles experienced an overwhelming surge of spiritual energy. The Bible says they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and suddenly found clarity, purpose, and the ability to speak in ways they never could before. They were changed, not because of a gradual shift, but because of a powerful transformation in their energy. That same energy is moving in your life right now. Just as it prepared the apostles for their mission, this change in your energy is preparing you for yours. It's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. This divine energy is helping you shed the old and step into the new. It's as if you've been handed a key to a door you've always known was there, but never thought you could open. As this energy intensifies, you'll start to notice changes not only in your spirit, but in your physical and emotional states as well. Perhaps you experience sudden surges of intuition, knowing things before they happen, or feeling a deep sense of clarity about decisions that once confused you. Your emotions might feel heightened, as though you're experiencing life in vivid color rather than muted tones. Even your body may respond. Perhaps you felt tingling sensations, an unusual lightness, or a need to rest more than usual. These are all signs that your energy is aligning. They're not inconveniences. They're indicators of the transformation taking place. The more you trust this process, the more clearly you'll see how these shifts are bringing you closer to your true self. Sometimes, this rapid change can bring challenges. People around you may not understand what you're experiencing. They might see you as more distant, more intense, or even more unpredictable. It's important to remember that their confusion or discomfort is not your burden to carry. Your energy is shifting because you are growing, not because you're doing something wrong. As you continue to embrace these changes, you'll find that the people and situations that no longer serve you naturally fall away. In their place, you'll attract new connections, people and experiences that align with the energy you're stepping into. This shedding of the old is a sign that your path is becoming clearer. Each step forward brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. With each passing day, you may find that this new energy starts to feel more natural. The bursts of clarity and the moments of rest begin to settle into a rhythm. You start to trust your intuition more deeply, and decisions that once felt impossible now come easily. You feel more connected to your purpose, more confident in your abilities, and more aligned with the divine. This energy shift isn't just a fleeting moment. It's a permanent change that sets the foundation for the next phase of your journey. You'll find yourself looking back and realizing that every challenge, every shift, was preparing you for this moment. It's not just a personal transformation. It's a divine alignment that empowers you to move forward with clarity and purpose. Comment energy if you've noticed these rapid shifts in your life. As your energy stabilizes, you'll discover that you're no longer simply reacting to the world around you. Instead, you're creating it. You're shaping your reality with the clarity, strength, and confidence that comes from being fully aligned with your true self. This is not just the end of the chapter. It's the beginning of a new one where your energy flows freely, your purpose is clear, and your potential is limitless. You're not just changing, you're becoming who you were always meant to be. What happens when your awakening is complete? When your spiritual awakening reaches its completion, it's as though a dense fog finally lifts, revealing a landscape that was always there but never visible. The confusion that once weighed so heavily on your mind begins to dissolve, replaced by a clarity you've never known before. Questions that haunted you, why did this happen to me? Why was this so difficult? Suddenly have answers. You start to see the patterns in your life, the way certain events prepared you for others, and how every challenge carried a hidden lesson. This doesn't mean life is free from difficulties. Instead, it means those difficulties lose their power to throw you off course. You're no longer navigating blindly. Instead, you feel connected to a larger purpose, a greater force guiding your steps. This connection brings peace, confidence, and an unshakable sense that you're exactly where you're meant to be. As you step into this new awareness, the trials you face no longer feel random or cruel. Instead, they become part of a story that makes sense, a story in which every hardship led you closer to your truth. It's as if a puzzle that seemed impossible to solve suddenly comes together, piece by piece. You see how the moments that felt unbearable at the time were actually shaping you, preparing you for the person you're becoming. Relationships that once seemed difficult or meaningless now reveal their purpose. Even the times you felt most alone take on new meaning, as they allowed you to strengthen your connection to something far greater than yourself. This perspective shift is profound. It doesn't erase the past, but it transforms it into something that empowers you. Think of the transformation Jesus underwent after his 40 days in the wilderness. When he began his journey into the desert, he was tested at every turn. Hunger, doubt, and temptation met him at every step. But when he emerged, he was fully aligned with his mission, ready to step into his purpose. The wilderness wasn't the end. It was a preparation for what came next. Your spiritual awakening follows a similar pattern. As you come to the trials, you find yourself standing on the other side, not defeated, but strengthened. You are ready to begin a new phase of your journey, one that feels both inspired and purposeful. It's not the end of your path. It's the moment you step into your true calling. When your awakening is complete, you'll notice a change not only in how you see the world, but in how you move through it. You carry yourself differently. The same situations that once triggered fear or doubt no longer hold the same power. Instead of reacting, you respond with calm and clarity. You'll find that your choices come from a place of alignment rather than confusion. The things that once felt like insurmountable obstacles now seem like manageable challenges, steps on a path that leads to growth. You start to trust your intuition completely, allowing it to guide you rather than second-guessing yourself. This confidence is not arrogance. It's a deep knowing that you are living in accordance with your highest truth. Your relationships will shift as well. People will notice the change in you. Some may feel drawn to your newfound clarity, eager to learn from your experience. Others might step away, sensing that you've moved into a different vibration. You'll find that the people and situations that no longer serve your growth naturally fall away, leaving space for those who support and inspire you. This process can be bittersweet, but it's ultimately freeing. The relationships that remain are deeper, more authentic, and more aligned with who you are now. It's as though your spiritual energy acts as a filter, allowing only what in alignment with your purpose to stay in your life. Over time, you realize that the external changes in your life are a reflection of the internal shift within you. The peace you feel inside begins to radiate outward. You'll notice that your actions become more intentional, your words more meaningful, and your presence more magnetic. People will ask you how you've changed, what you've done differently. And the answer is simple. You've come into alignment with your true self. This alignment allows you to approach every day with a sense of purpose and joy. Even the challenges you face now feel different because you see them as opportunities to grow rather than as obstacles to overcome. Comment complete. If you're ready to embrace this new phase of your journey, your awakening isn't an end. It's the beginning of the life you were always meant to live. You've stepped out of the wilderness and into your purpose, no longer weighed down by confusion, fear, or doubt. This is the moment where everything you've learned comes together, where the lessons of your past fuel your future. You are complete not because you finished growing, but because you now understand the direction of your growth. As you move forward, you'll find that every step you take is filled with meaning, clarity, and confidence. You're ready. You are complete. How to step into your new divine reality. Stepping into your divine reality starts the moment you decide that you're no longer who you were. It's the moment you say, yes, I'm ready, not just to the changes that have happened within you, but to the life those changes have prepared you for. It's not always easy, and it's definitely not about perfection. Instead, it's about being fully present, fully aware of the transformation that's taken place, and then allowing that transformation to guide you. You've come so far, through moments of doubt and uncertainty, through times when it felt easier to turn back. Now is the time to walk forward, to trust that what you've learned is real, and to step into the truth of who you become. This step isn't about waiting until you feel completely ready. It's about moving forward even if you still have questions. The reality is, you'll never feel perfectly prepared. The changes you experience might still feel raw. Your new insights may still feel fresh. But stepping into this reality means saying, I am enough as I am today. It means trusting that the pieces will continue to fall into place as you go. Think of the Apostle Peter stepping out of the boat and walking on water. He didn't wait until he felt ready. He acted on faith, even though he wasn't sure what would happen next. Your divine reality isn't something you earn through perfection. It's something you claim by trusting that what's ahead of you is greater than what you're leaving behind. As you step into this new space, you'll notice something incredible. The fears that once held you back start to dissolve. It's not that challenges suddenly disappear, but your perspective shifts. The things that once felt overwhelming lose their power. You realize that fear was never meant to stop you. It was only a signal that you were standing at the edge of something important. This new awareness allows you to trust your intuition fully. The whispers of doubt fade, and what's left is a strong, clear sense of purpose. It's not arrogance, it's clarity. You know who you are, and you know that the steps you're taking now are guided by something far greater than you. When you embody this divine reality, your choices become more intentional. No longer are you driven by old habits or external pressures. Instead, you start making decisions that align with the truth you've discovered. You move with purpose, knowing that each choice is a reflection of your awakened self. This doesn't mean every decision is easy, but it does mean every decision feels authentic. You're no longer simply reacting to life. You're creating it. The same way a sculptor carefully shapes their masterpiece, you're shaping your own path. Each step you take is deliberate. Each action is rooted in your newfound clarity. People around you will notice the change. They'll see it in the way you carry yourself, in the confidence that radiates from you. They might ask, what's different about you? How have you changed so much? The truth is, you haven't just changed, you've transformed. You're not just thinking differently, you're living differently. This new way of being isn't something you have to explain. It's something others can feel. Your presence becomes a testament to what's possible. Your life itself becomes an inspiration. You don't have to preach. You just have to be. And in being who you truly are, you'll naturally encourage others to find their own divine reality. This journey isn't about becoming flawless. It's about becoming fully yourself. It's about understanding that mistakes, challenges, and moments of uncertainty are all part of the process. The path isn't perfect, but it's authentic. Each step you take further aligns you with your purpose. Each decision you make reinforces the truth of who you are. You begin to see that living in your divine reality isn't a destination. It's a way of life. It's not something you reach. It's something you continually create. And as you walk this path, you'll feel a deeper sense of peace, knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Comment, "I am chosen," if you're ready to fully embrace your divine reality. This is your time. This is your moment. By stepping into this new way of living, you're not only changing your life, you're lighting the way for others. You're becoming a beacon, a source of inspiration, and a living example of what it means to awaken to your divine potential. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe. Your journey isn't just about you. It's about lifting others as you rise. Now is the time to shine, to trust, and to walk forward boldly. As you step further into this new way of living, the changes will ripple outward. You'll find that your relationships begin to shift. Some connections will grow stronger as others naturally fade away. This is not a sign of failure, but of growth. The people who are meant to be in your life will rise to meet the person you're becoming. They'll support your journey, encouraging you to keep walking this path. And as you continue to transform, you'll naturally attract those who resonate with your higher vibration. The relationships you cultivate will become more aligned, more fulfilling, and more authentic. You'll also begin to notice new opportunities coming your way, doors opening that you didn't even know existed. These opportunities aren't random. They're a reflection of the energy you're putting out into the world. When you align yourself with your divine purpose, the universe responds. What once seemed impossible starts to feel natural. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, and stepping into the exact opportunities that further your growth. This isn't luck, it's divine alignment. And it all starts with your willingness to fully embrace your true self. With each step you take, you'll feel a growing sense of inner strength. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now seem manageable. This isn't because the challenges themselves disappear. It's because you've changed. You've developed the resilience, the wisdom, and the faith to face them head on. You start to see obstacles as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, and to become even more aligned with your purpose. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone, guiding you toward the next level of your journey. This transformation also brings a profound sense of peace. It's not the absence of struggle, but the presence of trust. You trust that you're being guided. You trust that each step you take is moving you closer to your divine reality. This trust allows you to let go of fear, to release doubt, and to embrace each moment as it comes. It doesn't mean the path is always easy, but it means you walk it with confidence. You walk it knowing that you are chosen, that you are loved, and that you are supported every step of the way. And as you move forward, you'll find yourself drawn to serve. You'll want to share the light you've discovered, not by forcing on others, but by simply living as an example. Your actions will speak louder than words. The way you live, the way you show kindness, and the way you carry yourself will inspire others to seek their own divine truth. You'll realize that your journey isn't just about you. It's about the collective. By stepping into your divine reality, you're contributing to a greater awakening, helping others find their way as you continue to rise. Through it all, remember that this is a continuous process. Awakening to your divine reality isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey of growth, alignment, and self-discovery. Each day brings new opportunities to learn, new lessons to embrace, and new ways to shine. You're not just living a transformed life. You're creating a ripple effect that will continue to inspire and uplift long after this moment. Trust in the process, trust in your path, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding. This is your time to embrace your divine reality fully and completely. Comment, "I am chosen" below to affirm your commitment. Know that your journey matters, that your struggles have prepared you, and that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Now is the time to embrace your purpose. Walk forward with strength and claim the life you were always meant to live.